Max Wrestling presents PromoMania 11.
Welcome to night one of PromoMania 11. I am your host, your television champion, the captain, and as we inch closer and closer to WrestleMania 42 this weekend, I'm going to take a look at this past Friday on SmackDown and preview what's to come from Max Wrestling this Thursday for night 2, including an exclusive sit-down interview with both Beer and the Phoenix. But let's not gloss over the action you're going to see tonight on PromoMania Tuesday, because my television championship is on the line against longtime on and off rival Cypher under no holds barred TV rules. This was Cypher's choice, and it means, unlike traditional TV rules, camera cuts are allowed, music is allowed, special effects are allowed. We're also going to see a special promo exhibition between two halves of a tag team title match we had a few weeks ago at Revolution Road. It will be the son of the goon, Stevie Nicks, versus Blade Rodriguez. And if that wasn't enough, more title action. It's the first international championship defense for Robert Davis. His opponent, a masked newcomer known as Scouse Mysterio, who claims to be the greatest luchador on the Mersey. So before we get into any of that, it wouldn't be Max Wrestling without a trip through time. So allow me to jump into my wrestling DeLorean for half of this week in wrestling history. We're kicking it off with April 13th, 1990. For the first time and only time in history, WWE, New Japan Pro Wrestling and All Japan Pro Wrestling all came together to produce a super show in the Tokyo Dome in front of over 53,000 fans. This mammoth 12-match card featured the legend Jushin Thunder Liger versus Akira Nogami, Bret Hart versus Tiger Mask, The Great Kabuki versus Greg the Hammer Valentine, The Ultimate Warrior versus Ted DiBiase for the WWE Championship, Andre the Giant and Giant Baba versus Demolition, and it was main evented by Hulk Hogan versus Stan Hansen. This event is exactly how it sounds. It was a who's fucking who of late 80s wrestling in both the US and Japan. However, following the events, New Japan opted to a working relationship with WCW, WWE's biggest rival. Everything is April 13th for this half a week in wrestling history. On April 13th, 1997, ECW presented their first ever pay-per-view, Barely Legal. The Eliminators defeated the Dudley Boys for the ECW Tag Team Championships. Rob Van Dam defeated Lance Storm. Shane Douglas defended the television championship against Pitbull No. 2. Taz tapped out Sabu. And of course the icon, the legend himself, Terry Funk, defeated the Sandman and Stevie Richards to become the number one contender for the ECW World Championship. He then immediately defeated Raven to win the championship at 52 years old in the main event. Godspeed, Terry Funk. On April 13th, 2008, for me, this was peak TNA, because it was the third annual all-steel cage event, Lockdown. Jay Lethal retained the X Division Championship in an X-Escape match against Consequences Creed, now known, of course, as Xavier Woods. Curryman, better known as Christopher Daniels, Johnny Devine, Shark Boy, and Sanjay Dutt. Roxy Laveau became Queen of the Cage. BG James, better known as Road Dogg, defeated Kip James, better known as Billy Gunn. Booker T and Sharmell defeated Robert Roode and Peyton Banks. And Team Cage, that's Christian Cage, defeated Team Tomko, that's Tyson Tomko, in Lethal Lockdown. And in a classic main event, and I use that in every sense of the word, classic main event, Samoa Joe defeated Kurt Angle to win his first and shockingly only TNA World Championship. As for April 14th and 15th, well, nothing really happened in wrestling history, so we will take this time to commemorate the sinking of the Titanic. Now, I think it's time for our first match, so let's get to it. Cypher and I have been going back and forth for so long. Last year, he was television champion, and I tried desperately to get a match to get my title back. Well, after so much back and forth, the television championship is finally back where it belongs, on my shoulder, and Cypher, despite putting himself through a 3-on-1 trial, was destined to get his shot at PromoMania. So, let's kick off Night 1's action with the TV Championship.
Oh yeah!
PromoMania 11 TV title match. The Reign versus the Capture. You know, Daz, everything that's been said about me has been said, and everything that's been said about you has been said, and we both, on our different paths in life, have proved the naysayers wrong. But one thing I need you to understand is, Daz, I've always respected you as a competitor, as a person, as a bruv. I walked beside you in battle, and I went against you in war. But there is one thing that I know for sure, is if I ever needed somebody, I could call on you. As well as I can call on everybody else in Max, but it's not about that right now. It's about me capturing this title for the 4th time. And I know what you're saying, and I know what you're going to say. It's the same old song and dance. It's the same old shit I've heard before. I don't care what people say, what people do, what people think. At the end of the day, this is about me ending the reign and capturing the 4th. And this ain't going to be easy. This is not going to be an easy match by any means necessary. I'm not wanting it to be easy, but I need you to get close to me right now and understand I don't care what you have to say about me. I backstabbed a jury. Even though me and you are the only real 2 members in there. We're not going to talk about the other person. I took out the MDO. I took out the Brothers of Max Destruction. I've done things I'm not proud of, but damn it, one thing I am proud of is being here on the grandest stage of them all, PromoMania 11, facing you like this should have been last year. But things happened. Paths got interrupted. But we cross them here today, and I gotta tell you guys, there's nothing more thrilling to me than to be facing you. So say what you want. Bring up my past. Bring out the skeletons in the closet. Throw stones all at the glass house of Cypher that you want to. But the house that you built is also the house I made renovations to. And payment day is the day, bitch. And that payment is the TV title. I know you have your Dance with the Dragons all night too, which is oddly bad enough. Watching your cousin and your best friend do battle over the world title. But tonight is about you and me. And you will not enter that Dance of Dragons with the TV title. I'm sorry, buddy. I love you and all, but it's not going to happen. So you do what you do best. You put on your cinematic. You bring out your gimmicks. You say what you need to say. and you take your best shot, because even on your best day, your best shot just missed in a major way.
Was a man not like you or like I. Some were good, some wore crowns. He wanted them dead. Some would burn, some would drown. He ruled with a fist that was thrown without thought. Now he lies in a grave that is guarded by stone. The statues look brave, but they're nothing but ghosts. It's too late to save the king on his throne made of bones.
All right, take three. Take three, Corey. See, I already recorded my promo for you twice. And then you decide you want to make this no-holds-barred TV rules. I see what you're doing. You want to play right in my wheelhouse so that if I win, you can say I had the advantage of using my talents with those special effects. And if I lose, well, then you beat me at my own game. But none of that's really true, is it? Because at the end of the day, what really matters is the clock. No matter what the stipulation is, it still comes down to our times. So let's do it. Two years ago, I was deep into my record-breaking reign as television champion. A record-breaking champion by accident. And all I wanted to do to solidify that reign was to walk into PromoMania 9 as TV champion and complete a full year. But what followed, for me, was a bigger series of unfortunate events than Lemony Snicket. And it all started when it was all taken away on day 300 by Travis Anderson at the Rumble. Your boy, Cypher, your best bud, stopped me doing something I'll never have the chance to do again. And then pretty soon, he disappeared again. And we spent a year on and off trying to settle the score. But it wasn't to be. And then the last time we saw Travis Anderson, who should eliminate him from Max Wrestling but you? Now, I'm no stranger to having differences with my brothers in Max, but that was cold, Corey. You blindsided him. And we haven't seen him since. So, let's play a game of what if. Would Cypher be in the position that he's in had certain events changed? What if, instead of you attacking Travis the last time we saw him, he attacked you instead?
Doesn't matter how you feel.
What if, instead of you taking down the modern day outlaws from within, it was Travis that took them all down and won the world championship from Moses? What if Chris Reed had defeated you that time at Promo Slam? What if you'd never betrayed the jury? Hell, what if we never formed the jury? Where would Cypher be now? You see, you and I have almost crossed paths a few times in the last year, but now I'm TV champion again. Now I'm walking into PromoMania with it, and now I have a new goal. You see, I recently realized that this is my 10th major championship in Max Wrestling. So I want to take it as far as I can. And that means beating the man that beat the man that beat me. Now, in order to do that, I have to be the best version of myself. And by the best version of myself, I don't mean turning into the shape. We all saw the Jester get fried by the Demoness. There's nothing I need to become to be the best version of myself. Because the best version of myself is not a gimmick. The best version of the captain is the one that holds the TV championship. Because that version taught me how to succeed without a mask or a costume. It taught me how to be real. It taught me how to stop acting and start talking. Now, anybody outside of Max Wrestling, you tell them that I'm in competition where the aim of the game is to talk, well, they'd write me off quicker than a 2004 Vauxhall Corsa. But in this universe, in Max Wrestling, with a microphone, I will yap. I will say what needs to be said. Hell, I'll say what doesn't need to be said. I answer to absolutely nobody. There's no board of directors. There's no conglomerate. There's no investors telling me what to do. There's no egotistical film star I have to answer to. There's no batshit crazy old man in a chair. The only batshit crazy old man is me. And you want to know why they call me the captain, Corey? Because I'm not big-headed enough to believe that I don't have my faults. I am well aware I have my faults. There's been moments in Max Wrestling where things have gotten a little bit out of control. Ask Robert Davis, he'll always remind you about him. There's been moments where I've had to stab my own brothers in the back for a championship? Ask Beer, ask Phoenix. You see, sometimes it may seem like I'm stacking the deck in my favor, but all I'm ever doing is playing the cards that I'm dealt. It's the only reason I won this for the first time in the first place. I understand that I can be difficult to work with. Hell, I can even be difficult to live with. Ask my other half. Hell, ask my ex-wife. Ask Phoenix. But the reason they call me the captain is because I continue to steer this ship through every fucking storm we pass through. I have been holding it down since day one, and other than Phoenix and Evan Money McCabe, the only other person you could ask that is no longer with us. That's how long we've been going. Every time someone has flown the nest, I hatched another chick. Max Wrestling has continued to evolve because of me. And I will never let this brand die. Because I am formidable, I am unbroken, I am relentless, and I will slice and dice with the very knife I pull from my back. Just ask my former best friend. Corey Cypher. I won't be overlooked. I won't be disrespected. And if I can paraphrase Cody Rhodes, in the last 18 months, I have gone from undesirable to unfucking deniable. This is my TV championship. This is my road to PromoMania. Hell, this is my PromoMania. Because you see, Corey, Captain 512 says I just twatted your ass. I may not be a rattlesnake, I may not be a redneck, but I will stomp a mud hole in your ass and walk that son of a bitch dry. And that's the final word.
The Son of the Goon is back, and I'm coming for Blade Rodriguez in PromoMania. I'm gonna turn Blade Rodriguez into the Blade Runner because he's gonna be running away from me when I take my stick out and show him who's boss. That's right, the Son of the Goon. The Son of the Goon is back, and he is coming for Mr. Rodriguez. Mr. Little Bladey Rodriguez is gonna be running away when the big man with the big stick comes skating through and gives him a real hard check into the ice. He's not gonna know what hit him. Come time for PromoMania, there's gonna be one guy holding the cup. And it's not gonna be someone's jock. It's gonna be the trophy. Mr. Rodriguez is gonna be holding a jock. Maybe his own. Maybe it'll be in the rafters. Who knows? But either way, it's going down, and it's going to be fun. And the Son of the Goon is coming for you. Bladey is going to be the Blade Runner, and we're going to chase you up and down all night until you surrender. Because that is the only way out. The only way out for Mr. Rodriguez is surrender when it comes to the Son of the Goon. And it's going to be one heck of a short match. Let's put it that way. Okay?
You got nothing, Blady. You got nothing. I'll take him on anytime, any place. He's got nothing. He's got nothing, you hear me? Give me all the pucks. I'll shoot and I'll score. He can't. He's got nothing. The only rubber he sees is when the car's running him over when he tries to cross the street. Why did Blady cross the road? He was trying to lose a wrestling promo match. That's what he was trying to do. Blady's got no. Blady can go take a walk. He can go kick rocks. The real man's gonna shoot the score, and that's the son of the goon. The son of the goon. He takes the cake. He's got the battle cry. He's got the face. Blady Rodriguez. He's got a weak set of pipes that can't even do anything with the promo champ. The promo champ is the son of the goon, and no one is gonna take it. No one is gonna take the goon down. The son of the goon is here to stay. He is not taking crap from anyone, certainly no Blady. So listen to me. You heard it here first. The son of the goon, he is going to chop everyone down with his stick. Lay down the big body check. Shooting to score every time, and I get what I want. And I'm gonna seriously score in more ways than one, especially after I win that promo belt. So listen to the son of the goon. It's time. Your time has come, little Blady, and you're going down. You heard it here first, boys and girls. Son of the goon is coming for Blade Rodriguez. You're gonna see it on Promo Showdown. It's going down. Son of the goon.
So we are finally here for our promo exhibition match. The Blade versus Stevie Nicks, the Goon. Now, for it being promo exhibition, and you're the Goon, that means only one of two things, my friend. One, if you're a Goon, then who are you working for? Because last time I checked, goons aren't bosses and goons aren't champions. They're just lackeys that work for somebody else. Anyone else. So, taking the time out of my day to put you down yet again. It doesn't matter how many times we face, and you could say, well, Blade Rodriguez, I have won against you multiple times. I'm like, well, yeah, but as iron sharpens iron, I always make it back. And if this has to be the comeback story I need in order for people to remember my name, that it's worth something, not like I'm just the pebble of the stepping stone for everyone else, then so be it. Now, I will point out, because they say, well, don't focus on the negatives, Blade, focus on the positives. Well, if the negative is I'm taken out right away yet again, then, at least I will show my face for my 5 minutes of fame. However, I could go and say how you're nothing, or that you're just a phase and me trying to get to victory, but no, I don't want to take that generic route. I don't have anything against you personally, Mr. Nicks. But what I do have against you professionally is that you are a thorn in my side that is just annoying, like a gnat around a fruit bowl. no matter how many times I swat you, you just keep wanting to come back and pester me. So I'm like, go play with somebody else that gives a shit about your existence. 'Cause I surely the hell don't. Professionally, no. Personally, I wish you the best. But professionally, you take that mask off and then everyone realizes it's nothing but a facade. You don't mean anything. Not only when it comes to me, but anyone. And if you want to mention the tag team, oh, okay, sure, you know. You guys just couldn't shut the hell up long enough for it to matter, so if they want to choose quantity over quality, that's on them. And I'll say that to whoever. Even it's like, Blade, you're just salty because you haven't gotten a lot of wins lately. I don't give a shit, guys. I really don't. I've come to play, and it doesn't matter how many different matches against you, Nix, or the Goon, which the other version of Goon I don't even want to get into because, I mean, just makes you look really terrible. It does. Because if I got into that version as to why I think you're named the Goon, then put the summer sausage down, homeboy, because that's just disgusting. Anyways, the fact of the matter is, as much as I am yearning for recognition and success, I love just being able to get on here and shit talk whoever has thrown my way. Now I could say, oh, well, the wins or losses, And they could say, well, it's all people that have a loser mentality think that way, which is not the point. I like being able to talk shit without getting shut down, as in, like, I guess, reprimanded, to be able to let off steam more than anything else. So you can take your best shot. You could say that 90% of what I said is just, you know, irrelevant. But maybe me spouting irrelevant shit is just a point to prove how irrelevant you really are.
Hello?
Hello, I'm just reviewing an account that you have registered. And according to our records, it showed that you may have had an accident in the last 5 years. Do you recall this?
Well, I did have one fall.
One fall. There we go. If you'd just like to sign your new paperwork, and we can review your new availability and your new rate of pay. Excellent. Thank you very much. What you... why would you do that?
It's a contract signing.
Max Wrestling Podcast. It's a Thursday thing.
Is he okay? Welcome back to PromoMania 11 Night 1. I am your captain, and if you like what you've seen so far, make Max Wrestling your new home. We have Cadbury's Chocolate Fingers. All you gotta do is drop a people's elbow on the like button and a 5-knuckle shuffle on the subscribe button, because that's how the algorithm works. We are here every single week because it's a Thursday thing. Well, I guess today is a Tuesday thing. So for those who prefer the old-fashioned podcast, follow us on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever it is you get your sounds. You can find Max Wrestling, including, and Mike Larkin is going to pop for this, Cast Biz Ox. And of course, for all things Max Wrestling, head over to the beautifully done website, if I do say so myself, maxwrestlingnet.weebly.com. And of course, do not forget to join Cypher for Aftermax live on Facebook right after the show every single week. The QR code to our Facebook group is on the screen right now. There could be guests, there could be challengers, and you definitely do not want to miss the PromoMania edition of Aftermax. So scan and go after the show. PromoMania is our biggest event of the year, primarily because it lines up with WrestleMania, which is the biggest event on the WWE calendar, and some might say the biggest event in wrestling. It's obviously the event that we predict WrestleMania, but it's also where we try to put on matches that showcase the best of our talents in the Max Wrestling community, whether it be promo competition or trivia challenges. And over the years, PromoMania has been the place where everybody tries to up their game. One of the highlights for me, and the most work for me, is the Iron Bank Challenge. This is kind of our equivalent to WWE's Money in the Bank, but in trivia form, where the winner gets a contract that allows them to cash in on any champion for up to a year, or, as Daniel Crimmins introduced a few years back, allows them to book themselves in the PromoMania main events the following year against any opponent of their choice, and it doesn't even have to be a championship match. The current Knowledge Champion is Moses Marquez, who is also second in command and the current co-GM of Max Wrestling. He recently announced a new twist that we came up with for this year's Iron Bank Challenge, where he will put his Knowledge Championship on the line as well. The reason I like the Iron Bank Challenge so much is because obviously everyone loves some good trivia, but the outcome gives the winner all the power. You see, there's certain things that we control in Max Wrestling, like the World Championship is carefully planned out in the stories that we tell. But a lot of things are left to chance, such as the Knowledge and the Television Championship. I wouldn't necessarily say only the best matches in Max Wrestling history happen at PromoMania, because we've had some unforgettable matches at other events like Promo Series, All for One, and Promo Slam, but it is the event that draws as many names as possible, and everyone thinks outside the box. For example, I personally have had a cinematic trilogy at PromoMania with my cousin, The Phoenix. We had 3 cinematic matches in 4 years that weren't just promo battles. They were shot on location with choreographed sequences, special effects, and a story. The story of the World Championship this year is that Beer is defending the World Championship against the Phoenix with myself as a special referee. This again will be a cinematic match, and for the first time in Max Wrestling history, a submission match. I think this is a unique story for all 3 of us because it's a feud contained within one group. All 3 of us are members of the Dragon Club. The beef between them goes back a few months, where Beer challenged the former champion, the Demoness, which is a very supernatural character played to perfection by Nicola McDonald. During their match, the Demoness used her abilities to possess the Phoenix and have him attack Beer to secure her championship. Phoenix then challenged the Demoness himself, and when he was knocked out, Beer took it upon himself to sneak in and cash in the Iron Bank contract, and I'm sure many of us forgot that he had, and steal the championship for himself. The stakes are so high in this feud because Phoenix has already announced several months ago that if he didn't win the World Championship by PromoMania, then he would be done with Max. So add that to the fact that a new champion has been crowned in the main event of every PromoMania since the introduction of the Promo and the World Championships, and it has all the makings of an unforgettable story. And these are the kinds of stories that we always aim for in Max, the payoff to a long angle, and it may not be the biggest card we've ever had, but after 11 years I feel this could go down as one of the most memorable PromoMania events. So with that said, I think it is time that we all heard from the World Champion himself, because the match takes place this Thursday on night 2, but for now, I'm going to sit down with 1/3 of the Dragon Club, the World Champion, Beer. In 2 days, it is PromoMania Night 2, and of course the main event is the submission match for the Max World Championship between Beer and the Phoenix. It is also, of course, the Dance of Dragons, because we are all part of Dragon Club. So this isn't a simple one-on-one match. It's not a simple title match. It's not even a simple submission match. It's personal. It's family. How did we get to this point?
Craig, you did this. You caused all this. You keep being defensive and saying that you had nothing to do. It wasn't your fault that you cost me the championship at PromoGeddon. And now you are blaming me at the fact that I took your championship from you at the Promo Rumble when your little ass was asleep, napping away, where I took the opportunity and brought this back to the club, and you've never got over that. And the way that you attacked me when I was facing Rob, that was the final straw. You want this so bad, that's fine. But don't be the one that's going to be bitching and crying when I'm going to be the one to retire you. And you've done something that I didn't want to do. He's coming. And you're not going to like what he does. He's vicious and violent. Next question, sorry, Cap.
Well, before we get to the he, do you not think that it wasn't Phoenix's fault? Because at the end of the day, he was possessed. I was possessed. We were both possessed by the demoness. It was all her control.
I never blame myself for anything. This is why I'm the longest reigning Max Wrestling champion of all time. It's not just me who says it. Max Wrestling's website says it. Gemini also says it. Possessed. The only thing I'm possessed about, and what he is possessed about, is putting Craig into retirement so I can walk out of PromoMania for the second year in a row. Still Max Wrestling champion, entering PromoMania and walking out of PromoMania. My record, yeah, people say it's 1 and 2. Yeah, I was robbed it 2 times. I beat the guy, my former tag team partner, Moses Marquez, unifying 2 championships. It doesn't get done often. It's never been done at PromoMania. I'm involved. When I'm involved, great things happen. And when he's around, bad things.
Well, like you said, you did unify the Promo and the World Championship last year at PromoMania, being the first person to successfully defend a championship in the main event, but that does also not change the fact that there has been a new champion in the main event of every PromoMania since the introduction of Promo Championships. But again, before we get to the he, what do you think it does to Dragon Club if you do force Phoenix into retirement, which is of course his own stipulation?
It would cause nothing with me and you. He would be the one that would have to be sitting on his ass at home, eating Monster Munch, eating pot noodles, looking forward to petting the little cat, even though the cat's cute. You're gonna become a dad of a cat. Whereas I am gonna be moving forward to going through new challenges, defending this championship to reach the pinnacle of being again the longest reigning max heavyweight champion of all time. Gemini also says it. So Craig, you made this decision. You made your bed. He's gonna make you lie in it.
Okay, then I guess the final question is, who is this he that you're talking about?
You want to see him? Hold this. Oh, Phoenix. You awoken the Reaper. You awoken one of the most destructive, powerful, scary enforcer in Max Wrestling history. This is not beer. This is the Reaper. And I am going to open up your darkest nightmare, your gravest fear. And when I do, you are going to be scared. You're gonna have nothing, a legend laid bare. You're also going to be sitting at night wondering what would I have done if I didn't bring him in. And when the time comes, and when I make you cry and submit to PromoMania, and when I become the greatest Max champion ever, and I overtake everybody, the legend of Phoenix and the mystique of the Dragon Club will be worth nothing at all.
Okay, well, we will hear from Phoenix as well a little bit later on here on night one. But for now, this has been Beer / the Reaper. Either way you look at it, the Max World Champion. And we will see him at PromoMania Night 2.
Be careful.
Yeah.
I got a gun for a mouth and a bullet for a tongue. Everybody down. Everybody down. It's time to unload. Everybody down.
Max Wrestling presents Full House, May 21st on YouTube and all podcast platforms. Go to maxwrestlingnet.weebly.com for more information.
Thank you for joining us for night 1. You only have to wait 48 hours for PromoMania Night 2. Unless, of course, you're watching this at a later date, but Night 2 is Thursday, April 16th, and it is just as loaded as Night 1, if not more. Not only are we predicting WrestleMania 42, but Max Wrestling icon and human podcast machine Mike Larkin returns to the PromoMania stage to face a first-time opponent in Brew Capone. The question is, will Brew show up? Our world champion Beer and our knowledge champion and co-GM Moses Marquez are both going into night 2 to take on the Iron Bank Challenge with a mystery third participant. Can Beer become the first ever 3-time Iron Bank holder? Will Moses win it for the first time? And not only that, but the Knowledge Championship is now on the line as well. Huge stakes in the Iron Bank, but the stakes could not be higher in the main event. Not only is Beer defending the World Championship, but if Phoenix doesn't win, he has promised to retire from Max Wrestling. It's a submission match, it's the Dance of Dragons, it's all or nothing with myself as a special referee. And of course, the PromoMania theme song is Bloodline, taken from my latest Captain's Revenge album, 0 Hour, and it's available right now on Spotify and all other music streaming platforms. Time for one more match tonight though, and it is for the International Championship. Robert Davis has been the inaugural champion since winning the Promo Climax back in November, and the rules state that the challenger has to be from a different country. Enter the masked newcomer known only as Scouse Mysterio.
Alright, here we go. This is my theme song, this is. What are you laughing for? I'm being serious, this is my theme song. Oh, shut up. Booyaka, booyaka, this is my year. Booyaka, booyaka, calm down, calm down. Booyaka, booyaka, this is my year. Booyaka, booyaka, Scouse Mysterio. Booyaka, booyaka, this is my year. Booyaka, booyaka, calm down, calm down. Booyaka, booyaka, this is my year. Booyaka, booyaka, Scouse Mysterio. Alright, everybody calm down, calm down. Here we are on the grand stage of PromoMania, and tonight is my night. And if not, maybe next year will be my year. But Robert Davis, I have seen what you are capable of. And even though I am the most famous luchador on the Mersey, you have seen nothing of me. And that is to my advantage. Because I have the element of surprise. I'll wine you, I'll dine you, and I'll fucking shank you. You are a very calculated person. Nothing ever phases the great Robert Davis. Nothing seems to shake you. You're cool, calm, and dangerous. And your sister in arms is a psychopathic, schizophrenic demon. What the fuck is that? Do you know what I mean? You're a very difficult person to read. All I know is that you are a current and first ever international champion in Max Wrestling. Whereas I am the first ever product of a Mexican lady and a Scouse man. And that's a fact, that is. I am the luchador with a gyro. Just like the front line of Anfield, I'm not getting any balls. But that's fine. I don't need balls. If my auntie had balls, she'd be my uncle, do you know what I mean? You play with feathers, you get your ass tickled. I don't deal in ifs, buts and maybes. I deal in facts. And here's a fact for you. You see, old Kenny spoken to me, his favourite son, whose name was Scouse Mysterio. And he said, this is your year. You shall inherit the championship of Internations. You shall never walk alone. And if the dominion of Max Wrestling fucks you, then you shall take a dive and claim a penalty. I will take the ferry across the Mersey. I will travel the land to collect souls to deliver to old Kenny. For that is thy bidding, and that is a fact. Robert Davis, it's also a fact that you have been a staple of Max Wrestling since the beginning in promos. You were one of the founding fathers of promos in both RWT and Max Wrestling. It's also a fact that you are a man of faith. So I hope you prayed very hard on Sunday that you retain your international championship. Because the only God I pray to is old Kenny. Are you watching, Father?
You know what really gets me? I leave for a little bit and to my surprise, my old friend, Scouse Mysterio, decides to come to Max Wrestling. And on day one, he decides, yeah, that's the guy. That's the title that I want. I'm going to challenge him. Like you didn't remember who the fuck I even was. Like I was an afterthought in your brain. It's pretty bold, Scouse. Really bold, as a matter of fact. And yeah, I get it. New toy, new accent, new shiny thing to get behind. Here's the problem. You don't know him like I know him, and you definitely don't know what he just walked into. You see, everybody thinks this is some fresh matchup. This is some kind of dream match, if you will. Nah, this ain't new. This is old. This is history. This is unfinished business that goes way back before Max Wrestling was ever a thought. Because me and Scouse, we've done this dance before, and every single time, it was the same story. He was number 1, and I was number 2. Yeah. You ever live like that? Anybody ever been so close to something you can see it, you can taste it, and it's gone? It's because of him. But let me tell you something about Scouse Mysterio that nobody wants to admit. He didn't beat me because he was better. No. Oh, no. He beat me because he's a goddamn shapeshifter. You see, he takes the shape of whatever he needs to get the job done, right, Scousey boy? That's you. You see, you don't just work with Scouse, you work with whatever version of him decides to show up that night. Whatever gets the job done, right? And you know the worst part, the absolute fucking degrading part about it is he thinks it's funny. Like he's a fucking jester of some sort. Entertaining, dancing, changing masks for you. Look at me, I could be anything, love me. Yeah. And that's the problem. You do. Every single time. You eat it up. So he walks in here, cuts one little promo with that accent. Oi, bruv, I'm Scouse Mysterio. And suddenly he's the fucking hero? Nah, I don't think so. You don't get to be the hero in my story. Not here, not anymore. Because while you were out there becoming whatever the fuck you needed to be, I was here building something real. You see this place? You see Max Wrestling? That didn't just happen. This isn't some playground you can just walk into and take over, Scouse. You see, I made this. Not just me, Jonathan Beer, Teddy P, A.T. Rustler. We built this brick by brick, promo by promo, match by match. And yeah, let's talk about it. Promo bouts, that's the thing. That's the draw, right? That doesn't exist without me. The disrespect in Max is so egregious at fucking times towards me, because the fact of the matter is that if I didn't do what I did all those years ago, none of you would be here. And Scouse, you wouldn't have a place to walk into to come throw your fucking dick around like you actually matter. You forgot me. I didn't forget you. So I don't know who the hell you think you are walking into my house to take my spotlight on day 1. Day fucking 1, Scouse. You got guts, I'll give you that. You see, but guts don't win you anything in here. Not anymore. See, you said something that stuck with me, Scouse. You mentioned a black heart, and that's funny, because if you really wanted him, all you had to do was ask. But you didn't. Because that's not what you do, is it, Scouse? You just ask. You don't ask. You just take. You take opportunities. You take moments. You take the spotlight. But this time, you picked the wrong house, because I'm not second anymore. You hear me? I'm not second anymore. Not to you, not to anyone. This is my time now, and you're not taking it from me. You are not taking it from the people who built this. You're not taking everything I put into this place. So go ahead. Keep the mask on. Hide behind it. Let them cheer for the mystery. Let them believe you're something special. The second they see what I see, you're not a hero.
Thank you for joining me for PromoMania 11 Night 1. Make sure you come back for Night 2. You do not want to miss it this Thursday. And here's all the socials again. You can find us on the Evil X Machine at Max Wrestling UK, at the Captain 512, at SMR Podnet, and go follow both Kicking It with the TSK on YouTube at TSK All MF Day, and Beer at JM Beer 434. Check out the website at maxwrestlingnet.weebly.com, and don't forget to hit the sub or the follow button on Facebook, X, Instagram, TikTok, and all the socials. I'm now going to close this up with the second interview, this time with the PromoMania challenger, the Phoenix. We heard what Beer had to say earlier on. What does Phoenix have left to get off his chest in what could be his final interview in Max Wrestling? I'll see you Thursday right after this. So earlier tonight we heard from the Max World Champion Beer, who had some very interesting things to say, and then of course became a different person. I thought I was the only one with split personality disorder in Max Wrestling, but we just saw a whole different side to Beer, but I guess we've been seeing a different side to him for several months now. In 2 days, it is the Dance of Dragons for the Max World Championship, but also your Max Wrestling career is on the line, as you stated before this match was even announced. If you do not win the World Championship by PromoMania, you would be gone from Max. This is your last chance to win that championship.
Yeah, I knew it wasn't going to be easy challenging for that title. I put that stipulation on myself to ignite that fire that I know that's in me.
Well, obviously when you made the stipulation, you didn't know you'd be going up against Beer. You didn't know you'd be going up against anybody in Dragon Club. At the time, we had a different world champion. Dragon Club was a unit, but of course Beer cashing in that Money in the Bank, not just to steal the world championship, but steal it from the Demoness via you, has made this personal. I'm sure you heard what he had to say earlier. How do you feel about his reaction to all of this?
I don't fault him for cashing in. He hasn't cashed in to be champion. And the thing is, yeah, we were both there at Promogeddon, but his career wasn't on the line. Mine's been on the line since King of the Mic, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting to face him, I was expecting to be champion by now, and he snaked it right up from underneath me. So now he's left me no choice but to challenge him and plan to walk out of PromoMania as the champion.
Well, being as you decided that you would quit Max if you do not win the World Championship, I find it very poetic that you decided to make this a submission match. So, with that being said, what lengths are you willing to go to become World Champion by defeating one of our own, despite the things he's done?
Remember last year when I chokeslammed you off the crate into the crate?
Oh yeah, my back still hurts.
Or Max 500, where I stabbed you in the back.
Still hurts from that too.
With a steel chair. And then chokeslam you onto that chair. If I'm willing to do that to you, that's only a small taste of what I'm willing to go through or do to him to reach that ultimate goal and become the champion once again.
Yeah, of course, we are no strangers to PromoMania action against each other. And in fairness, for all the chokeslams, we did set each other on fire twice. Final question then, and this took us all by surprise. Your reaction to him, the Reaper that Bea transformed into during that interview a little bit earlier on.
The Reaper? That's what he's calling himself? Are you forgetting that I'm a demon? I got nothing to say. I don't care about that.
Okay, clearly unfazed by the Reaper himself. And I'm sure supernatural powers have always been part of all of our gimmicks, let's be honest. So I don't know if that's going to come into play. But either way, it is first person to tap loses in 2 nights for the Max World Championship. Dance of Dragons with myself as a special referee. Bea versus Phoenix.